Hello, Dumaguete.
Hello, Negros Oriental.
Hello, Sillimanians around the world.
This is Joshua Soldivillo.
And this is Ronelyn Vailoces-No.
You're watching
Silliman.
Every August, a guiding star shines bright over Silliman University, a star that calls all Sillimanians from different corners of the globe to return to the warm embrace of the campus they will always call home.
Regardless of where you are from around the world, you go back to where it all started. So August is dedicated just for being Sillimanian. And I think it's that Silliman spirit that binds us all together.
The whole campus is just in full-on carnival mode. There's a parade, there's dance competitions, there's booths.
Parada Sillimaniana really cannot work at all if it's not for the people behind it, right?
So everything that Hibalag is, all the booths that you see out there, all done by students. It was one of the most craziest things I've experienced, being behind the scenes, making sure people get to experience the Hibalag that all the alumni come home to.
Especially in the parade, it's usually the reunion of classes that join the parade. The excitement is walking together with your friends, your classmates.
You really get a scope of like how many students there actually are and like how loud their cheers can get.
It really doesn't matter where we're from, who our parents are, where we live. Everyone takes off their lanyards. We're just there for the moment.
As long as we're together and we're having much fun.
From its lush environment to the kindness of its people, Silliman University cultivates a community that is ever lovely and ever dear.
Here in Dumaguete, you see the trees. You see green. You can sit down on the grass and enjoy with your friends. It's an open space.
You are welcome when you arrive. And then once you're welcome, you can see that everybody is friendly and everybody is helpful.
The moment you step on campus, that guard will greet you. Good morning, sir.
Like, sir! Yeah, ganun talaga siya. And you're just a student walking in.
Hello, good morning.
It gives you this lively spirit to keep on going even though the day is tough.
Part of that, I think, is that Silliman spirit. Part of that is that they are connected.
Muna siya pinaka-importante sa tao dyan. Ganahan ako, basta kay ganahan ako na makuhan. Makuhan sa mga tao.
Yeah, everybody's just really positive. It's just the perfect storm of good things,
My memories of each teacher, very vivid. I remember a lot of details, and that was 40 years ago, but I remember them, yes.
Their teaching in Silliman was carried on under the spirit of a calling. You were supposed to be a role model to your students.
The psychology professors really tell you my door is always open.
It's not about being a therapist, it's not about being a psychologist, but more than anything else is to be a therapeutic person. Especially now that we are living in the world of so much chaos and trouble. So I would like for them to be the source of inspiration.
And even when I taught here last year, it was a 5-day seminar, the students were just amazing.
I think I'm driven to do better because of the people I'm with, who's also driven to do better.
For example, you approach a problem, you just don't find that answer. You find something more than that. You try to go the extra miles.
Silliman taught me how to love, how to share, more than it taught me academically. When we are faced with what's easy and what's right, we have to choose what's right.
If we see somebody who's sort of shy, we go to them, we approach them, and make them feel at home. That's how we were brought up.
That it was a cause. It was a way of life. It was an attempt to animate the words via veritas vita.
That really grew in my heart, and I carried that on in my professional life, even in my motherhood. And I'm always proud to say that I graduated from Silliman with Via Veritas in my heart.
Silliman's guiding principle is encapsulated in 3 words: Via Veritas Vita, the way, the truth, and the life, the embodiment of the Silliman spirit.
I think that's the connecting thing of Silliman, the Christian love thing.
That's it. Kindness, compassion, forgiveness, and most of all, love.
You know, there's 5 C's in Silliman. There's classroom, there's court, there's the community, there's culture, and there's church. So all these 5 things, it's sacrosanct to each other. You can't remove one without compromising the entire holistic development of yourself. So
one beautiful thing about Silliman is, if you see the Silliman Church, it's actually located at the heart of Silliman. So that's the center of everything. And that was strategically done so that people will remember that, okay, Silliman is Christ-centered regardless of whatever may come to be.
The spiritual life of a person makes a difference in one's life.
Which made the difference between what kind of a person or what kind of a human being you were.
But Silliman does not aim to change whatever religion the student has. But somehow it just flows, it just comes out naturally.
You can't explain it. It wasn't that religion was shoved down your throat or anything like that. It was done by example. People were good to each other. The whole community was good to each other.
Over and above what it has given to me, I think what Silliman gave to me is the Lord.
It all distills down to that simple thing. Just be a good person and do unto others as you would have others do unto you.
Silliman University was established as a mission school.
Silliman's vision was to teach, preach, and heal. To teach meant shaping students into critical thinkers and compassionate leaders. To preach was to spread the good word and instill a strong moral compass. To heal meant caring for not only the student, but the entire community.
So these are the 3 things that Silliman University had been doing when it was established. And I think it's still doing now.
The Presbyterian Garden, a gift from Rudy and Helga Magdamo, stand in front of the Mission Hospital as a lasting symbol of this mission.
Those were the kinds of motivations they had in those days. It's because it gave meaning to your life. That's it. It gave purpose to your life. As long as it served that purpose, that they were accomplishing something important, that was sufficient. That's what we're here for.
One of the most subtle and powerful ways Silliman passes on its heritage is through the teaching of the Silliman song. For some, it may feel like just a requirement to pass a test, but for many who grow within Silliman, its meaning deepens over time.
I remember the Silliman song, yes.
The Silliman song, we memorized it long before.
Because we used to sing it, all the time.
The way that I memorized it was after an event, we end with the Silliman song.
I learned it in elementary school because we sing it every morning during flag ceremony. So you know the Silliman song by heart.
And that's what's keeping us together, I guess.
It showcases your pride as a Sillimanian. And it's different when you reach a point in your life where you're singing it not necessarily with the same people who you kind of grew up in Silliman with.
Looking at it after all these years, I can say that I have lived most of it, except for the second verse.
Winning victories in the classroom, in the court, the track, the field.
I was the antithesis of success.
We sing that song and we're all united with that song because it's something that we share on a day-to-day basis.
To put it into perspective, do you remember the joy of making a friend because you both loved the same song? Now, multiply that feeling across an entire campus and generations of alumni, all united by one familiar melody.
When you're receiving your graduation rites and you sing that Silliman song, it hits different.
Especially when we leave the halls of Silliman.
It's the last stanza. When we leave the halls of Silliman,
roam the world or near or far, still the faith and truth she gave us
will remain our guiding star.
I think that hits differently, especially when you're seeing your classmates for the last time, wearing the toga, wearing the cap, and you say goodbye.
Silliman University, a place where every corner tells a story of dedication, growth, and excellence. But beyond our classrooms, our school has fostered a revolution against waste. Our story is a passionate call for environmental responsibility, directly tackling waste challenges often faced by big institutions. And this all began with a move in the right direction, the bold step to reinforce policies and firmly ban plastics in campus. This is the Silliman University Waste Management Success Story.
Here at Silliman University, we take a role as stewards of God's creation seriously. Thus, it was imperative for us to develop environment principles, policies, and guidelines.
Silliman University has published, after approval of the Board of Trustees, its guidelines, principles, and policies on environmental sustainability. And zero waste plastic or a plastic ban is part of that.
Taking care of the environment is not an easy task. It requires passion, commitment, resilience, and initiative. Change does not happen overnight, so we can only do so much. At Silliman University, students are expected to go beyond what's expected. And so, for every event that they organize, they are required to submit protocols and zero waste management plan before their events are given approval.
At Silliman University, our education transcends textbooks.
At Silliman, this isn't just a bag, it's a stance against disposable culture.
We're taught to be stewards of the earth. Every reusable bottle, every cloth bag, and every sustainable choice we make stems from a profound lesson that our actions, however small, shape our future.
So Silliman University as an educational institution is in a very unique position to be able to teach the students from early childhood all the way up to college these environmental principles to help them rethink their lifestyles and their consumption patterns to choose products that are kinder to the environment.
Silliman University operates a materials recovery facility wherein the Buildings and Grounds Department segregates the waste materials into 3 categories: recyclables, biodegradables, and residuals. The recyclable materials are processed and retained in the facility. Meanwhile, the residuals are collected by the Environmental and Natural Resources Office of Dumaguete and are deposited to the Bayawan City landfill.
Silliman University is living proof that our commitment is not only to education but also to protecting our planet and to our community. These principles, policies, and guidelines that our university has outlined, they're not only a set of rules and policies, they are a promise to our youth and to our planet. A promise that we should take care of our natural resources, our flora and our fauna here in our university as well. With this, we are encouraging the youth to take action and inflict positive change with regards to the different environmental pressing issues in our society today.
Our school is not only committing to a greener tomorrow, but also building a culture where environment is a priority. Through simple and collective actions, we strive for a greener, cleaner future for all, and most importantly, a hopeful today.
These are Silliman's ways of not only protecting our world, but also making it a better place. Here's to a responsible environmental behavior.
When we leave the halls of Silliman, roam the world o'er near and far, still the faith and truth she gave us will remain our guiding star. Or in high place or in lowly, fortune sends us joy and pain. Still a love for dear old Silliman, loyal shall we e'er remain.
Loyal will we be to Silliman. Here's a cheer, boys, 3 times 3. Silliman, our alma mater. Silliman, beside the sea.
When I graduated, there is that kind of feeling that you may not be able to come back. And so you look around, you walk around, feeling something of Silliman that you want to take with you when you go.
Did you think that it was the last time you were going to sing when you were graduating?
Only time could tell, because you don't really leave Silliman, you just relive it. And you go back and let all the memories flood back.
Even decades later, they come back and they're so excited to see each other.
They have get-togethers every year. It's not just every 5 years. It's like every year they're here. Not that many are actually from here, but yet they want to come home. Yeah, now I'm getting choked up. They want to come home.
I felt at home here. This is home for me.
I mean, I talk to my classmates who look a lot older, and some of them can barely stand, but yet they look the same to me, and we tell the same corny jokes, and we reminisce about the same things.
And to share stories. It's always, we have a language that we speak, I mean, when you come from the same school, you know the same things. You laugh at certain jokes that only you could comprehend. These are the things that makes being a Sillimanian very unique.
I think that's when I learned what the Silliman spirit was. Dumaguete will always be our home, whether you're from Dumaguete or not. If you're a Sillimanian, you call Dumaguete home.
When I was a kid, it's like the whole city was my family.
And you'd be surprised, not only here, even abroad.
When you're in another country and you see a familiar face and you identify that face as, oh, Silliman yan man eh.
Then, oh, I have a friend here. There is some connection.
That's the magnetism. That's the spirit there. That's why you say you cannot really define Silliman's spirit.
It was not quite obvious at that time because it was everywhere. It was like breathing. You don't think about it, but it's there.
It's basically love. Love for the people that you've met here, and then also love for making sure that you pass it on to generations.
It's a spirit of belonging. It's a spirit of knowing that you're with a greater good.
I said, that's it. That's the Silliman spirit. You have to nurture that spirit, that loyalty, that love from the very start your student comes into your school.
Much of what I am today is because of my life in Silliman.
Before I go out, before I go take on the world after I graduate, I was a Sillimanian first and foremost. And the things that I've seen, the things I've experienced, the things that I enjoyed about life, I enjoyed and learned first here in this campus.
I guess you would say it's my guiding star.
Every day, Sillimanians are faced with a choice to do what is easy or to do what is right. And every day, the guiding star, ablaze with Silliman's values, gives them the courage and determination to choose the right path. This guiding star continues to inspire students, illuminating paths of faith, excellence, and service until they blaze a trail and become guiding stars themselves.